Now, dear student, till now we have designed our PCB and also have added the copper fill zone on the bottom side, which is connected with the ground net. Now it's time to check for design rules in for our PCB, so that we can ensure that our PCB is has no errors and warnings. So design rule checking is the layout equivalent of electrical rule checking for a schematic. We have done the electric rule checking in the schematic editor while designing our schematic. So design rule check, some shortly called DRC, looks for design mismatch, like mismatch between the schematic and the layout, and copper regions that have insufficient clearance are shorted together, and traces that do not connect to anything. So custom rules can also be written. To view full list of design rules that are checked, you need to go to File, and in the board setup, over here in the design rule section, you can see over here violation severity. These are all the list of design rules that KiCad checks and generates errors, warnings, or ignore them according to the severity we have decided over here or chosen over here. So hit OK. You can also choose this, either some design rule should be and should indicate an error, warning, or just ignore them. And now hit OK. And now running DRC and fixing all errors is strongly advised before generating fabrication output. So let's run the DRC. In order to do that, you can do by going to inspect, and in the inspect you see over here, this is the design rule checker. Just click on this. This will open up the design rule checker dialog. The other way is just close it. On the top toolbar, you see over here, this is the show design rule checker window. If you click over here, this will open up the design rule checker dialog box. So in order to run the DRC, just click on this and run DRC, and you can see over here our DRC complete, and it says it has 0 errors and 0 warnings. So as we have no errors and no warnings in our PCB, so let's say if I generate some error in our PCB, let's say if I drag this LED, let's click on this and hit D and drag this, and let's say I place over here, and now I have changed the place of my LED, and you can see over here that the copper fill zone and the LEDs pad have a mismatch. So let's see what DRC will show us. So click on this, and first of all make sure to uncheck this refill all zones before performing DRC, because if it's checked, then it will refill it and it will generate no error. So let's uncheck this and let's run DRC. Now see, look, it says it have 3 errors. What are these? That clearance violation, PTH pad number 2 of D10 in on and zone on ground, on bottom copper. So over here you can see, if I click on this, it will show over here this little arrow, that this error is present over here on the D101 pad 2. If I click on this, this is again over here. If I click on this, this again shows over here. So it will show errors over here. So let's delete all markers and close it, and so we can solve this error, which it says again, let me show you. It says that clearance violation, hole clearance violation, rear solder mask aperture, bridges item with different nets. So these are all the 3 errors that we have intentionally generated by moving our D101 to and by just displacing our diode. So let's close this. So this can be solved by refilling our copper zone by clicking B, and it will refill. Now if I check this DRC and run DRC, you will see over here that our errors, and there are no errors and warnings. So let's do it another way. Let's say if I move this resistor by select this resistor and hit D, and I dragged over here, and let's again check DRC, run DRC. This will generate errors. You can see over here this has generated 6 errors. But if I click over here, refill all zones before performing DRC, and run DRC, you will see that we have no errors and warnings. You can also see that the copper fill zone is now refilled. So let's just close this dialog box, and let's just drag it little bit over here and drag this LED over here, and let's hit B and check our DRC. Okay, it has no errors and no warnings. So today we have seen how design rule checker performs different checks on the PCB.